How's it going, guys? So my final ratings review for NHL 24 until the game is fully released next week. Today, you reveal the top 20 centers in the game. So to go through, give you guys my opinions on them. Starting off here, no surprise, number one, Connor McDavid, 97 overall. I will say, I feel like McDavid could be a 99. I think it'd be kind of fun. Reward him for hitting 150 points. I do not mind 97 though, especially since he wears 97, him being 97 overall. It's pretty cool, but I think McDavid could easily be a 99, and really no one would probably argue with that. You can see there, 98 speed. How does McDavid not have 99 speed? 98 agility as well. I am curious, does he have a single 99 stat? So he's got 97 DK, we know that should be higher. 98 passing and offensive awareness. 96 stick check is kind of insane. Defensive awareness there is 95, which is way too high. So yeah, I definitely should rework his stats a little bit. I feel like, give him some 99s in speed and passing, things like that. But overall, it's not terrible. Obviously, he's going to be number one. Now, number two, there's teammate Leon Draisaitl, 95 overall. I think Leon Draisaitl is in the conversation for top 3 player in the game. I don't mind him being a 95. Obviously not going to be as fast as McDavid, but he is stronger. Probably has just as good a shot. Not quite as good a playmaker, but still one of the better playmakers in the game. I think, yeah, Draisaitl should be right around at that spot. Now, number 3 there, Nathan MacKinnon, another guy. Definitely could argue for that top 3 spot in the league. Like McDavid, very fast, 96 speed there, and acceleration. I'm sure he's missing some zone ability there. Again, McKinnon at 95. I feel like not too many people are going to complain about that one. Now, after him, kind of surprising, honestly, Sidney Crosby at 4, 93 overall. I'm a huge Crosby fan. I still think Crosby is a top 10 center in the NHL. I don't think I'd have him, though, in the top 5. I feel like he has, slowed down a little bit here. 93 overall, I think, is a bit too high. Personally, I'd probably have him as a 92 max. Maybe 91, but 92 is probably the sweet spot. So Crosby there a little bit too high. Now, running out the top 5, we've got Austin Matthews, also 93 overall. I think Matthews, honestly, here, done a little bit dirty by EA. As you can see, 90 D awareness for Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews is actually very solid defensively. He's got 90 offensive awareness there, but Crosby, McKinnon, Draisaitl, McDavid, all having higher defensive awareness than him makes no sense. He's probably the best defensive player of anyone in the top 5. So increases defensive awareness there to 95, like the rest of them have. He'd probably be a 94 at least at that point. I do think Matthews being 94, so one above Crosby there, but slightly below McKinnon and Draisaitl, simply due to his kind of lackluster past season. I think would make a lot more sense. EA definitely do him dirty, especially, like I said, the D awareness there is absolutely disrespectful. Next up here, number 6, Elias Pettersson, however you want to say his name, PD, 92 overall. I think well deserved. Put up over 100 points last year on a pretty meh Canucks team. Also a very solid defensive player, which is actually shown there a little bit with the 93 D awareness. I think PD deserves this rating, deserves to be in the top 10. And he's just outside the top 5 as well, number 6. Honestly, could be in the top 5 in place of Crosby. I don't think that'd be too bad. So, PD definitely deserving. Number 7, Alexander Barkov, also 92. I personally don't think I'd have Barkov at the 92. I think a 91 would probably be a bit more accurate for him, just based on, the offensive production. Obviously, he's a solid all-around center, but, again, 92 overall, I think I'd have other guys, higher rated than him. So, 7, a bit high for Barkov, but he still would be in my top 10. Brayden Point here, number 8, 92 overall as well. I think this is a little bit high for Brayden Point. I think Brayden Point's definitely very good. Would he be my top 10? Probably, but again, kind of like Barkov, I probably have him at 91. I'm also curious. They have him as a playmaker there. Personally, I think he'd probably be a sniper at this point. He had 50 plus goals last year. His speed's 94. You could probably make that maybe a little bit higher, like a 96, closer to McKinnon and McDavid. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Just, again, slightly high rated for me. Jack Hughes, number 9, 91 overall. I think this is a very fair rating for Jack Hughes. Definitely a lot better than last year's rating. I think he was like an 86 or 87 to start the year. Jack Hughes probably, I don't know if you guys saw their top 24, under 24, but Jack Hughes, number 1 player, under 24 years old, which I agree with. Personally, I think you just based on kind of where the other guys are rated, Hughes could be a 92 as well. I think, on his own, you see 91, that's fine. But then I feel like Jack Hughes is just as good at Brayden Point, if not better. Same goes for Barkov. Same for PD. I think, yeah, Hughes probably should be also a 92. And then finally, number 10 there, we got Tage Thompson, 91 overall. Obviously, had a couple insane seasons the last 2 years. Thompson definitely deserves to be in the top 10. He's just that good. Now, looking at his slap shot power there, it's 93. That could probably be a little bit higher. He is, just that good, ripping those shots. I think, 91 for Thompson. They probably nailed that, honestly. I think it's quite a fair rating. Now moving on here, number 11, Jack Eichel, also 91 overall. I think it's a bit high for Eichel. Probably has to do with, Vegas winning the Stanley Cup. I think a 90 would be a bit more fair for him. I definitely came alive in the playoffs. Before that, though, he wasn't really in the same tier as the rest of these guys during the regular season, like, Thompson, Jack Hughes, PD, putting up those points. I didn't really see it, nor is his defensive game kind of on that level of Barkov. Next year's Vanja, number 12, 90 overall. I think that's a little bit high for Zibanejad as well. I think he should probably be like an 89. Very good player, obviously. Should have the 1T. He's got a great shot, but I think 90 is just a tad high. Sebastian Aho here at 1390 overall. I think it's a little bit underrated. I think Aho is actually better than that. Should be like a 91 in my opinion. So probably like the 11th best center or something in the NHL, if not a conversation. To put him in the top 10, I think he is just that good of a two-way center. He does everything right, plays smart, he's pretty quick, good defensively. Really no holes in his game. Number 14, of getting Malkin, 90 overall. I'm fine with Malkin still being a 90. I definitely wouldn't have him any higher than this, but I don't think it's a terrible rating either. Steven Stamkos there at number 15, also a 90. I don't mind this one. Make sure he's a sniper now, not a playmaker. This time is a playmaker. Stamkos should definitely be a sniper. Come on, he's got the great shot. He's got the 1T. All of his X factors pretty much are sniping. Very curious to see what Tampa Bay does with him. If he doesn't get re-signed, do they potentially move him at the deadline? Especially, I just heard Vasilevsky injured for the first, 2, maybe 2.5 months of the season. Tampa Bay is definitely an interesting situation now, but Stamkos there being a 90, I think is fair. Timo Stützle there, 89 overall. Definitely got a big bump after his career year. I think 89 is fair for him. I saw some people saying maybe he should be a 90. I feel like, because he's had 3 seasons so far, the first 2 are pretty mad. This last one's awesome. I think 89 is fair for him right now. I think, especially if you give him like highly potential in franchise, it really won't affect much. Stützle at 89, definitely getting some respect on his name. Roope Hintz as well, finally getting respect at 89 overall. I think that makes him the second highest rated Dallas forward behind Robertson. I think to start last year might have been behind Sagan, so they're definitely getting this right now. Roope Hintz honestly is so good. Maybe make an argument for him to be a 90. I think 89 though is probably fair. They also got the wheel zone ability on him there as well. Martin Necas 18, 89 overall. Now I think Necas, that's a bit of an overreaction to last year. I think, like, you look at Stützle, he put up more points. He's also, I think, got that higher ceiling. Necas had a career year, but I don't know. 89 for me just seems too high for him. I'd probably have him 88 max. I do like the fact that his speed is high. Probably could be higher, honestly, than the 94. But again, I think that's a bit high rated for Necas. For instance, the 2 guys below him, Hischier, Larkin. If I had to pick one of these 3 guys to build my team around, I would definitely go with one of these 2. Probably Larkin, just because I'm a biased Red Wings fan. But at number 19, we got Hischier there, 89 overall. I think that's pretty fair. I would have had Hischier at like 88 or 89, so I think 89 is fine for him. Should probably have higher defensive awareness. He's like a very good 2-way center, especially the fact that like you look at McDavid, it's a 95. I know he's higher rated, but just doesn't really add up in my opinion. Even if you have to lower his offensive awareness a little bit to make his defensive awareness accurate, I think that's a fine trade-off. Also, is Hischier that bad in the face-off circle, sending face-offs? Honestly, I don't remember. It's something I'd have to check. Finally, Dylan Larkin at 20. Glad to see, Larkin in the top 20 centers. I think he's been on a bad Red Wings team for a while. People don't realize he is, quite good. Just hasn't really had a supporting cast. Curious to see how he's going to play this year with DeBrincat. Could really see him having a new career year, which would be awesome. Now, I have his speed there listed at 90, which I think is definitely too slow for Larkin. It should at least be like a 92, if not a 94. I don't quite understand that one. He does have the record for fastest skater. I know he kind of started with a running start or whatever, but I mean, Larkin there is slower than Hischier. I think Larkin's faster than Hischier. I think Larkin's also faster than Stamkos. We've got the same speed as. I don't know. Some of the speed stats in this game make no sense. But overall, defensive awareness 88 could also be higher. He's very good defensively. I think his face-off stats should be higher than his 77. Let's see, shot in that. Overall, I mean, I'm happy he's in the top 20. I'd probably have him around 89 as well. So, not hear too many complaints from me on that. But that does it, guys, for your top 20 centers. Also, too, they released a top 50 overall, but there's actually nobody new here because of just how it breaks down. We've already seen everybody. As you look there, Nylander's top 50. We've seen him. So, no surprise there in the top 50. Love your guys' thoughts on the top 20 centers. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Hopefully, pretty soon here I can actually start making some NHL 24 videos for you guys. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure to subscribe button. If you enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.